Looking for heart-pounding action, but stuck with a low-end PC? No worries. Today, we're counting down 10 of the best action games that run smoothly on potato PCs without sacrificing fun. Whether you love intense shootouts, fast combat, or open-world chaos, we've got something for you. Let's jump in. On the number 10 spot we have Saints Row the Third. Saints Row the Third is like GTA on steroids but with zero respect for reality. You play as the leader of the Saints, a gang that's basically a pop culture empire, fighting rival factions in a city that feels like one big playground. The missions? Absolute chaos. Skydiving into gunfights, wrestling luchadors, and using, let's just say, unconventional weapons. It's over the top, ridiculous, and never takes itself seriously. If you want pure, dumb fun with crazy customization, this game delivers. Just don't expect realism. This is all about mayhem. On the number 9 spot we have Darksiders 2. Darksiders 2 is like playing as a Grim Reaper if you were a parkour-loving, loot-obsessed badass. You control Death, one of the Four Horsemen, on a mission to clear his brother War's name. The game blends fast-paced hack-and-slash combat with Zelda-style dungeons and a massive open world to explore. You'll solve puzzles, fight towering bosses, and collect tons of weapons and armor. It's got deep RPG elements, slick movement, and an epic fantasy vibe. If you love action, adventure, and a bit of that classic heavy metal aesthetic, this one's a must-play. On the number 8 spot we have Just Cause 2. Just Cause 2 is an open-world explosion simulator disguised as an action game. You play as Rico Rodriguez, a one-man army with a grappling hook, parachute, and an unlimited thirst for destruction. The massive island of Pinot is your playground. Blow up military bases, hijack jets mid-air, and tether enemies to moving vehicles just for fun. The story? Forgettable. The stunts? Absolutely insane. If you love pure chaos, over-the-top action, and ridiculous freedom, this game delivers big time. Just Cause 2 is all about making your own fun, preferably with lots of explosions. On the number 7 spot we have Bulletstorm. Bulletstorm is a first-person shooter that doesn't just want you to kill enemies. It wants you to obliterate them in the most creative ways possible. You play as Grayson Hunt, a space pirate with a foul mouth and a high-tech leash that lets you yank enemies into slow motion. The game rewards you for stylish kills. Kick enemies into spikes, explode them mid-air, or send them flying off cliffs. The story is cheesy but fun, and the action never slows down. If you love fast, over-the-top shooters with insane combos, Bulletstorm is pure, chaotic fun. On the number 6 spot we have Devil May Cry 4. Devil May Cry 4 is a high-speed, combo-heavy action game where style matters just as much as skill. You play as Nero, a cocky demon hunter with a magic arm that lets you grab enemies mid-fight, alongside series legend Dante, who's as over-the-top as ever. Combat is flashy, fast, and endlessly satisfying, with insane combos and crazy weapons. The story's got demons, drama, and plenty of attitude, though the level design can get repetitive. But if you love stylish action, deep combat mechanics, and a challenge, this game absolutely delivers. If you've made it this far into the video, then please consider leaving a like, and also subscribe if you're interested in seeing more videos like this. On the number 5 spot we have Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 is a brutal, unforgiving action RPG where every fight feels like life or death. You're an undead warrior cursed to roam the kingdom of Drangleic, battling relentless enemies and towering bosses. The combat is methodical, every swing, dodge, and block matters. It's tough, sometimes unfair, but incredibly rewarding. Exploration is key, with hidden paths, deadly traps, and deep lore waiting to be uncovered. It's not as polished as the other Souls games, but if you love a challenge and the thrill of overcoming impossible odds, this one's worth the pain. On the number 4 spot we have BioShock Infinite. BioShock Infinite is a mind-bending FPS set in Colombia, a floating city bursting with color, propaganda, and secrets. You play as Booker DeWitt, sent to rescue Elizabeth, a mysterious girl with reality-warping powers. The combat mixes guns, magic-like abilities called vigors, an insane sky of battles across the city's rails. But the real star is the story, full of twist philosophy and a jaw-dropping ending that sticks with you. It's less horror and more action compared to the first BioShock, but if you love deep storytelling and unique worlds, this game is a must-play. On the number 3 spot we have The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings. The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings is a dark, choice-driven RPG where every decision has real consequences. You play as Geralt, a monster-slaying witcher caught in a web of politics, war, and betrayal. The combat is tough, requiring skillful dodging, swordplay, and magic. The story is rich, with deep characters in a world that reacts to your choices, leading to completely different paths depending on what you do. It's not as open as The Witcher 3, but if you love deep storytelling, tough combat, and morally gray decisions, this game is a must-play. On the number 2 spot we have Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance is pure, over-the-top hack-and-slash insanity. You play as Raiden, a cyborg ninja who slices through enemies, literally, thanks to a blade that lets you cut anything into pieces. Combat is fast, stylish, and all about perfectly timed parries and insane boss fights. The story? Wild, full of ridiculous one-liners and over-the-top villains. And the soundtrack? Absolute hype. If you love action games with crazy combos, cinematic battles, and pure adrenaline, this game is an unforgettable ride. Finally, on the number 1 spot, we have Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 is a chaotic, loot-driven FPS set on the wild planet of Pandora. You play as one of 4 unique vault hunters, each with special abilities, and your mission is to stop the psychotic villain Handsome Jack. The game mixes first-person shooting with RPG elements. Think tons of weapons, quirky humor, and missions that never take themselves seriously. You'll explore vibrant, insane landscapes, fight off weird enemies, and collect epic loot. It's an absolute blast, especially with friends in co-op. If you love humor, action, and tons of loot, Borderlands 2 is a must-play. Alright guys, that is all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, then please consider giving it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more content like this, then consider subscribing to help support the channel. Also, feel free to let me know what videos you would like to see me upload next. Until next time, happy gaming!